Lauzon, 32 years old. Marcin Held will be 25 on Wednesday. Lauzon 1 inch taller, 155 pounds for Lauzon, 156 for Held. Both fighters have a reach of 71 and 1/2 inches. Now for the introductions for the co-main event. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 22 wins, 5 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Taipei, Poland, Marcin Held. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 26 wins, 13 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds. Fighting out of Bridgewater, Massachusetts, Joe Lauzon. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Joe Lauzon. Think those ears tell a story at all, champ?
Yes, they do. That's a guy that's grappled, wrestled, and trained for a really long time.
All right, with that touch of the gloves, we are underway. Joe Lauzon, slight favorite tonight, is in black. Marcin Held is in red. Held long on high-level experience outside the UFC.
There goes Lauzon with that aggressive style. Wants to get forward, and Marcin Held actually looks way more comfortable on his feet tonight. He usually does. Before, he normally would strike just to try to get to the clinch and try to secure a takedown. Today, he actually bouncing around on his feet, moving his hands. He seems very comfortable in there.
Held started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at 9 years old in his native Poland as he lands that left hand flush on Lauzon. Had his first pro MMA fight at 16.
He's still very, very young to say that he's fought such high-level competition for so long in his career. There you go. This is Marcin Held's game right here. Get to the clinch. Oh, look at those elbows. Oh, he's hurting him. That aggressiveness.
Lauzon thought about an armbar there briefly. Marcin Held, never been knocked out in 27 pro fights, coming in. Lauzon with the elbow.
Nice elbow by Lauzon. Joe Lauzon actually is an assassin. When he goes after guys, he is looking for finishes.
Pretty good uppercut landed for Held.
Look at Held though. He actually withstand that flurry and went right back to work. You know, so it shows the maturity that he has in his fighting skill.
Joe Lauzon not one for the scorecards. He's finished 25 of his 26 pro wins. Only Gleison Tibau and Jim Miller have more UFC appearances at lightweight.
Great body lock by Joe Lauzon. He's keeping it really low on the back. So if he wanted to get a takedown, a trip would be very easy when you control such a strong position. Watch Marcin Held here. There you go. Change of position with the underhook. I know we've talked about it time and time again tonight, but it's that underhook position that allows guys to control each other against the side of the octagon. Now it's going to be on Lauzon to have to lift his right arm to get his back off the back of the cage. Good takedown by Held.
We'll see what Marcin Held can do with it as we hit the midpoint of round 1. And you got to think that Diego Sanchez fight for Marcin Held at altitude, valuable experience gained for Held. And another opportunity being given him by the promotion here tonight against the ubiquitous Joe Lauzon.
Good job by Lauzon finding that right underhook. That's the only way to get back up. You've got to find that underhook so that you can move the position. Nice pass by Marcin Held.
Big deep breath from Lauzon on bottom as we go under 2 minutes now to go round 1.
There you go, Joe. You've got to bump the hips, and he needs to take his right arm underneath to it, try to shift Held over the top of him to try and escape. Or now try and find the fence to get back to your feet.
Side control here from Marcin Held.
He's doing a fantastic job of actually keeping his weight down to control Lauzon. But look at Lauzon, the veteran. Use the side of the octagon to wall walking with his feet, flip over, and change of position.
And important for Joe Lauzon to get back to his feet, not let this round get away from him. Just over a minute to go.
I can't say enough about, oh wow, nice knee by Marcin Held. I can't say enough about the composure of Held. He was hurt very bad by those elbows. And since that flurry, he really has taken control of this round.
Lauzon able to block that right hand offering from Marcin Held. Electric first round here in the co-main event. Yair Rodriguez, BJ Penn coming up next. Lauzon just missed with that right hand, was able to close the distance.
And when Lauzon gets close, he's actually engaging in the fight that Marcin wants to be in. He wants to be there. Look at how easy he actually turns and puts Joe against the side of the octagon. This is where he wants to be.
Held continuing to keep Lauzon up against this fence. Not a bad look for the judges, DC, to end the round. But he won't do it. Lauzon with a right. Woo!
Spend too much time with your back in the cage, okay? I know you're comfortable there, right? But they're looking at your back being on the cage.
Good, Sean.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can't stay on the cage.
I'm gonna get out. Hold it on his knot. Oh, you can stay.
Cannot stay on the cage.
Where's gotta go?
What I need you to do is I need you to be faster with your hands and be first. Okay? If he's just gonna push you up against the cage, that's all he's gonna do. That's he's gonna try to win a boring decision. Okay? Just pick up the pace a little with your hands.
Love the 7-1-2, Joey. Love the 7-1-2.
Everything just sets everything up. Once you hit him, push him up against the cage. Let's be aggressive this round, okay?
Don't forget the body.
Close round, you hurt him, but I mean, you spent too much time in the cage. Right? So I would say we're down and around.
Okay.
Right? You gotta pick it up.
Your body lock is strong, Joe. Don't forget your body lock.
FS1 UFC Fight Night is sponsored by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Second round here, Marcin Held, Joe Lauzon. Anything major for you out of either corner, sir?
Well, Lauzon's corner was telling him, stay away from the octagon. He's going to try to hold you against the side of the octagon for a boring decision. Get more active with your hands. Be fast and go after this kid. Be first. You cannot be waiting for him because he's going to get to the positions that he likes and he's going to control you. Maybe you feel comfortable there, Joe, but the judges see you with your back against the side of the octagon.
Pretty good shot from Marcin Held.
Great shot by Held. Great timing on that takedown.
Lauzon maintaining control of the neck. Held not in any imminent danger here. And just physically, body language, Held looks totally different than he did back in Mexico City in November. You chalk some of that up to the altitude, but certainly some confidence gained in that UFC debut for Marcin Held.
Oh, he looks phenomenal tonight. He looks and seems with the way that he's carrying himself like the guy that he told everybody he was going to be when he made his UFC debut. He's fighting Joe Lauzon, a guy that actually beat the guy that beat him. You know, I know MMA math does not work,
right? But
I mean, this is the guy. He said he got to step up in competition, so he actually believed. But this is his type of fight. A grappling fight really does favor Marcin Held. It'll be very difficult for him to really get a submission here because he needs to form an angle. He needs to get his head from against the side of the octagon to try and submit Joe Lauzon.
Could have an opportunity to lock the body if he chooses to do so. Nice leg work by Lauzon.
Great job trying to push one side down so he can change the position. Great job by Joe. Now Joe goes offense on the wrestling. Needs to try to lock his hands right under the butt so he can finish his double leg. There it is. He's got the hands locked now. Now that pressure forward. Now a pull. Good job by Joe Lauzon.
Under 3 minutes to go here in this second round. Back to the stand-up. Held whiffs on an elbow.
Joe Lauzon needs to actually try and create space because Marcin Held is very, very good in this 50-50 position. Chest to chest, he's constantly in control. He seems very relaxed and comfortable. He's doing a phenomenal job in this position. And he's having his best fight, obviously, in the UFC.
He's made Lauzon work very hard defensively, and really since that early offensive flurry from Lauzon, he's been largely held in check.
Yeah, Marcin has actually been in control of this fight.
Held in check, I didn't mean to do it.
No, it was good. Great play on words, Andy. Another good double leg by Marcin. He's got really good timing on that shot. You know, it's as we get further and further into the evolution of mixed martial arts, guys know how to defend basic takedown. Unless you have phenomenal timing like George St. Pierre, TJ Dillashaw is another guy that does that, Dominic Cruz. And Marcin Held is showing that ability to know exactly when to shoot for a takedown. And then they look effortless. You don't see a guy fighting to defend, and you have to really overwork to finish the takedown.
Herb Dean calls for more action here. Held working in the open guard of Joe Lauzon. Lauzon trying to control posture here.
That's his best bet right now. Control the posture, get a stand up, or try to get your hips back to feet. Oh, here comes Omar. That was quick, J.A.
Marcin Held has only been finished once by Michael Chandler back in 2011.
He needs to change the balance, though. If he can knock him off his feet. Oh, now there goes his balance. Now he might be in a little more trouble. Good recognition by Held. Great defense by Marcin Held.
Yep, Lauzon bails. Under 40 seconds now to go round 2.
You know, a lot of times when you're on your back, you see guys lock their guard. It's difficult to throw up submissions because you have to unlock your legs to actually go for the submission. Joe Lauzon never closes his guard. So when he switches his hips, he can do it a lot faster than he would be able to if he had his guard locked. So watch Joe Lauzon throwing up submissions because he never does lock that guard down.
Good insight right there, champ. Final seconds, round 2. Marcin Held giving Joe Lauzon all he can handle. Round 3 coming up.
No.
He's tired right now.
Very tired.
He's tired. He's going to try to just take you down and hold you. Okay? That's all he's going to try to do is take you down. I understand he's strong. All right? Right now we got to dig.
Combinations, Joey.
We got to dig right now. We got to dig everything you have. You'll come to beat yourself tomorrow for losing this game. Yep. You're better everywhere. Yep. So you just got to dig deep. Yep. Put your punches together. He's just going to try to shoot and take it out. So don't rush the combination. Yep. Right? Output, but don't rush. Just try to take it out. Look for the knee, look for the floor. Yep. Right? You got to throw all the tricks on right now.
Seconds out.
Here you see the timing of Marcin Held. Every time Joe Lauzon tries to pressure him, Marcin changes his levels, drives double leg, doesn't allow that guillotine to threaten him. But it's the level change at the perfect time that's allowing Marcin Held to get these takedowns with very little effort. So every time Joe Lauzon blitzes, changes levels, gets the takedown. That was the tone of the Lauzon corner. Don't rush. He's going to try to shoot a double leg, so take your time as you blitz and try to land your combination.
Third and final round. Poland's Marcin Held in the red. The American Joe Lauzon in black.
And you see Joe trying to listen to his corner, trying not to overextend himself, but because of that takedown threat, Marcin is actually having success with his hands now.
Lauzon was thought to be the bigger power threat with his hands coming in. I still believe that to be the case. But a strong sophomore UFC effort tonight for Marcin Held. Three of 4 takedowns landed for Held.
He looks confident, he's moving very well, but Lauzon's still pressing. And we both know it doesn't take much for Joe Lauzon to finish the fight.
Lauzon kept at bay briefly by the jab, now closes the distance. Nice reversal by Held.
Nice reversal and right back in a comfortable position for Marcin. Controlling the underhook, up against the side of the octagon, and now he's going to try to force wrestling situations. Good job by Joe Lauzon getting back to the center.
So Lauzon works his way back to the center here, under 3.5 minutes to go. Fast-moving fight here in the co-main event. Mouthpiece for Held is out. Herb Dean all over it.
Hands are locked behind the butt. Pressure goes back. Joe Lauzon goes down to the mat.
Herb Dean gets Held, his mouthpiece back, and we're back underway.
He puts it right back in there. I don't know, John. I don't know if I want. Maybe wash it a little bit. Just a little water. Rinse it off before you put it back. Come on, Herb.
That's a fight, DC.
Come on,
Come
Herb.
on now.
Come on.
Held allows Lauzon back to his feet now.
That's surprising. I thought he would like to keep that fight down there as long as possible.
Held partially landed that left hand. Just looks much more fluid and comfortable with his footwork, with his hands.
That's what I was going to say, you know, just the comfort level he's showing tonight. He seems very poised in there in the second UFC fight.
Big right hand is there for Lauzon.
Nice jab by Held. Good pressure by Joe. This is how the fight needs to look for Lauzon, especially late in the fight. And I mean, I feel he's behind, but I mean, I thought Ben Saunders was behind earlier, so I don't really know how to judge a fight, and I'm telling you that.
Well, the strength of Marcin Held, a big takeaway for me too, and Lauzon trying, he got a body lock here.
2 underhooks. Nice job, Lauzon.
Yep.
But look at Held find the fence. He's going to use the fence to help himself escape. Look at that. Use the fence. You just move your back along the fence, almost like a barrier. You know, in wrestling, we use our opponent as the way to get back to our feet. In fighting, guys are so good at using the fence to do that.
Slight edge in terms of significant strikes landed for Joe Lauzon, 21-18 unofficially. We'll see what the last minute of this one holds. Held trying to work off of that jab. Lauzon presses forward with a right hand. Good
Look
shot
at that
from Held.
again. Great timing by Marcin Held on these double legs, man. Lauzon has no answer for it because they are timed so perfectly.
The takedowns have been a big storyline in this one. Marcin Held now 5 of 6.
Work. There's the work.
And trying to potentially put the finishing touches here on what would be his first
There's the
UFC
work.
win.
Still standing up. There's the work.
We're late in the fight here, and you see Marcin Held actually keeping his posture very, very low. Now he raises his posture to try and change the position, but by staying low there, you can't really get much damage off. And also, it's hard to really advance the position to try and get a finish. That was aggressive, though. John, you want to create a position? Go ahead and name that one.
So Marcin Held with a celebratory exhale there, tosses the mouthpiece in the air. Joe Lauzon likely frustrated with the way this one went tonight. Our move of the fight is sponsored by Metro PCS. Switch to Metro PCS and get a fast nationwide 4G LTE network for only $30, period.
I believe this is the story of the fight. The takedowns of Marcin Held. They were all set up so beautifully and so perfectly timed. Every time Joe would throw the jab or try to throw in combination, Marcin would just change his levels, drive into Joe Lauzon, and secure the takedown. Once on the ground, he was actually in control.
All right, what do you think will be the best move of the night? Tweet and let us know at #MetroMove and tune into the FS1 UFC Fight Night post-fight show after the fights for the winning move. The official decision after this. Tomorrow get set for a full day of Big East basketball on FS1. 10 teams, 5 games, 1 day, featuring a marquee matchup between number 3 Villanova and Seton Hall. A full day of Big East hoops. Tips tomorrow noon Eastern, only on FS1. And we now go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with your official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Derek Cleary scores the contest 30-27, held. Jeff Mullen scores it 29-28, Lausanne. And Marcus Rosales scores the contest 29-28 for the winner by split decision, Joe Lauzon.
All right, here with your winner.